Let me take you back a few weeks to where this all started. Oh, and again. Oh no, I dropped him. Something had a good go there. Fish on, he says. Oh, I just dropped another one. Oh, you serious? I just dropped another one. That was a good fish too.
Oh, there you go.
I'm in again.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a better one. Oh, I can't believe it. It's come off again. Oh my Lord. So what is the best fishing hook? I was out early this morning trying out a few different brands. So come fishing with me and we'll look into it a bit deeper. Something was having a go at it. Oh, it's still there. Come back. Yeah, something's on. What is this? Oh, it's got to be bigger. It wants to go this side, of course it does. They always want to go the side where you don't want them to go. Tangle up with the other line. Well, it's not a skippy. It feels a little... Oh, there's bait just scattered out of the top there. Don't know what that was about. Something chasing them. All right, well, this was first cast, half a muley, and I'm using on this line, because I've had so many recommendations from people with this on hooks, I've given up using my standard big reds that I was using, and I'm moving to a different hook on both rods now. So I've got a owner Mewtwo circle on this, and that's a little snapper straight up. He's undersized, but he's a snapper. And there you go. There's that little owner Mewtwo right in the corner of his lip, right exactly where it should be for a circle hook. On the other rod there, I'm staying with... stand still and I'll get this out of you, dude. Dude, if you keep moving every time I grab it, it's going to take longer. Nice little snap, he can go back easy enough. So on the other rod, I've been using the Gamakatsu. It's a Gamakatsu Shiner, and I've actually started to really like it on that light gear, because that's only 15 pound and I'm running 20 pound leaders. On the light gear, I think the Gamakatsu Shiner is really well suited because it's a really thin gauge sort of hook, and I've been liking it. I'll give you a look at it in a minute. But on this one here, I don't know, it's probably a bit too dark to see still. There it is there. It's an owner light Mewtwo 5/0 circle. So I'm trying these, and so far that hooked up exactly how and where it should. We'll carry on the experiment. One snapper, but not the one we're after. But I'll take it for first cast. I don't reckon this one's got any bait left on it. It's a really weird take there. Almost felt like a squid the way it was sort of just sucking on it. Yeah, this one's got no bait. So on this side here, I don't know if you can see that against the white background. That's the Gamakatsu Shiner. It's kind of like a really wide gate. Hooks back in on itself, like circles back on itself. So I guess it is a circle hook, but it's really thin gauge, and I kind of like it on this 20 pound gear that I'm fishing here, 20 pound leader I'm fishing here. I think the thin gauge is perfectly suited to it, so I'm going to stick with this one for a while on this side. It's possibly made it into my new favourites list actually, the Gamakatsu Shiner. Right, sit back on my hands again because I'm freezing. Here we go, again over here. Go, eat it. Yeah, with the circles, you just got to give them a bit of a chance to eat it and hook themselves, I think. Striking is not the go with circles. And this one's going over this side as well. Why do they always want to go to this side and tangle me up with the other line? I do not know. This one feels like another little snapper as well. At first I thought it might have been a little trevally, but it feels a bit heavier than that. Yep, another little snapper. Stand still. Oh dude, if I could feel my fingers it would be a whole lot easier on everyone, I know. And again that circle hook was perfectly in his jaw, exactly where it should be. He can go back easy enough. And this side, oh, what's going on there? Here we go. This one feels a bit more substantial actually. Come on. What is this? That's very weird. Come on now. Oh, this feels heavy. Why is it just swimming with big lunges like that? It's really weird. Come on. Come back. What is this? That's really weird. Oh, he is right in the rocks. I can feel him grinding. I just can't lift this one. There's definitely something on there. I thought it was the bottom for a little minute there, but it definitely feels like there's a fish on there because I can feel it thumping. And I'm getting line on it, so it must be something. It's not the bottom. Oh, come on. Oh, it's heavy, whatever it is. He's just quite content to just sit there and hug the bottom. I've got a funny feeling this might be a jewfish, and if it is, I feel like it's quite a decent one. Or if it's not, it's probably a big wobbegong or something. I don't know what's going on with this. This drag is not coming off very smoothly for some reason. Oh, he's going forward now. Come back here. I'm just going to give a little bit of thumb on the spool and just see if I can turn him. If I feel him lunge, I'm going to let go straight away. Because I don't want to break this. I'm only on 15-pound line here. I can't afford to put too much pressure on him. This is just a tug of war. I get a bit of line on him and then he just takes a little bit back off me again. Oh, he's lunging, he's lunging. Oh, I've got my fingers locked up on the spool here. I don't want to give him any more because I want him to come back this way. That's it, come this way, that's better. Try to get a bit more line. I just got to get him off the bottom. If I get him off the bottom, I think I've got him. He just does not want to come. Fair enough. Oh, I just can't put enough pressure on him because he's, again, this line is really light and that hook's only a really thin gauge. If I put any more pressure on him, I'm going to bend the hook, I'm going to ping this line.
Oh, I'm pushing it way harder than I should be, to be honest. Come on, I'm going to get another few turns.
If I can get him off the bottom, I think he'll be defeated. And he might just give up. Another few turns. He's going back around the... Oh, he's gone! Oh, I don't know what that was, but that was a solid ass fish. Definitely solid fish. He got a fair bit of line on me, the little bugger. Oh, I see what's going on here now. I think I've got something on here too. This is nothing substantial. What is it? Another little pinky? Another little pinky to the owner. Righto, so while I'm re-rigging, I've got a soft plastic on here on my other outfit. I'm just going to whack that out because at the moment my fingers are so cold, I'm really going to struggle with this re-rigging caper. So I'll just whack out a soft plastic here. That's already rigged up, ready to go. And then I'm still in the game with 2 rods here while I attempt to re-rig that one. And now I'm under no pressure because I've got rods in the game. Get a bit of barely going. I'm really disappointed I didn't get to see that fish actually, because oh yeah, that's what I'm running here, Z-Man. It's a 7-inch jerk shad. That's the plastic I just whacked on there. And the hooks I'm running on that side there, that's them there. The owner Mutu light circle hook, 5/0. So that's what I'm running on this side here. So far it's got 1, 2, 3 snapper, all of them right in the jaw where they should be. So the owner hook is coming out pretty good. These are the hooks that were recommended to me by a couple of blokes, Michael, and so far the hookup ratio on one's pretty good. I haven't really had a good hit from a big snapper yet, but we'll find out. Sometimes the problem with a bigger snapper... Oh, hang on a minute over here. Let's not talk about bigger snapper, because I might just be hooking one here. Okay, so the problem with a bigger snapper sometimes is they don't just swallow the hook, they come in really hot and just hit it at high... They hit it at high speed. Oh, this is another solid fish. Yeah, this is heavy too. Yeah, the bigger snapper come in and hit at high speed, and sometimes I feel like they just don't get the hook because they're coming in so hot and they just hit it, and if they don't get it from the right side, or oh, now the soft plastic's getting action too, and they kind of miss the hook. And I don't think circles are going to help in that situation either. If anything, they're probably going to be a hindrance in that situation. A more open point hook would probably work better in that hit and run situation. But if they're actually feeding and swallowing it and eating it, then the circles are probably a good idea. This is another little snapper. Oh, this one will go really close, but I think he's going to be just under. Another one to the owner. The owner's fast showing itself to be a pretty decent hook for the pinkies. He's under anyway. Oh, he can just go. I know he's under. I can tell he's under. Let's get another bait out. This is what I've been waiting for to test hooks. Actually, was like just a really good snapper session. where we get a handful of them all one after the other, so we can sort of see what's hooking up and what's not hooking up. This owner circle is pretty cool. I'd really like to get the other one hooked back up again, the other one rigged up and get that back out, but I keep being really interrupted by fish. Oh, soft plastic's in. I'm halfway through a knot here though, so I'm just going to finish this. Get this out of the way, and then we'll deal with whatever's going on here. What is going on here? Yep, fish on. Feels like another snapper, another one of the similar size. I just can't seem to find those big ones. They've been eluding me for the last couple of months. The real big ones anyway. This one might be respectable. I'm on 40-pound gear here, so I've got a bit more pulling power here. Oh, he's a sizer. He's a goer. Wow, he has destroyed that soft plastic. He has like totally swallowed it in. Settle down. Settle down. Wow, look at that plastic. It's like, there you go. Nice little pinky. He is 58 centimeters. Perfect eating size pink snapper. Perfect eating size. This guy is going home with me. I'll put him in here to bleed out for a bit, and then he's in the cooler bag. Here we go, another Gamakatsu shiner. I'm going to tie this sucker on here. All right, and the light gear is back in the game. Oh, I'm in over here. Here we go, on the light gear. What do we got here? This one feels like another snapper, a smaller one. This is manageable, unlike the last one I hooked, which was just totally ridiculous. Onto a pretty hot little snapper bite here. And there we go, a little Gamakatsu shiner. Right in the corner again. Both of these hooks are doing their job as far as these corner jaw hookups go. Perfect. Oh, and again over here. This is a better fish. Oh, big head shakes. I'm really not liking the sound of the drag on this reel today. It's not sounding ideal at all. It's coming off real jerky. I had the spool off it during the week, so maybe I didn't put it quite on there right or something. This is a better fish. This could be the one we came for. Again on the light gear. I just really feel like these 20-pound leaders, just downsizing your leaders, I really feel makes a difference to your hookup rates. I know that one's been getting good hookups today as well, but that may just be because it's a good bite date. But in general, and I think my last few videos have proved it, this 20-pound leader has outfished everything hands down, and I feel like it's just because it doesn't get seen. And once more, this little Gamakatsu shiner, I'm really liking this. This is probably moving into one of my favorites, and I'm probably going to keep fishing these Gamakatsu shiners on this outfit On the heavier outfits, probably not, because the light gauge might let it down if you're trying to pull a bit harder. But on this light outfit, as you can see from that fish I caught before, you just can't pull hard enough on it anyway to straighten the hook. So, but I feel like it gets really good penetration because of the thin gauge. And so far they've all been like beautiful corner of the jaw hookups, which is exactly what you're looking for. This is a better one, but it's still not a huge one. Nice. Oh, he's just bit me off. You know what, he can go back. The hook's out of him. He can just go back. See you, buddy, thank you. I've got one in here, already bleeding out. I actually want to go and try and catch a jewfish or something a bit later on, so I'm quite happy for him to go back. I'm quite happy with just one fish anyway. Like something's going on here now. Yep. Oh no, dropped. In case you're wondering, that's how far from shore I am today. Pretty close in, probably about a mile if that. I didn't go out far at all this morning, just hugged in. Hugged the coast because this easterly's kind of strong. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because the drag and that reel's not sound as good as it is, and I've already got the fish I need for dinner anyway, I'm going to tie on this new jig by Snapbait. It's a Snapbait Sakana. Awesome looking jig, almost looks angry if you have a look at it. It's got like a real angry looking face on it. I'm going to tie this on, and I've had this skippy up here defrosting all morning. I put a big slab of skippy on it and just drop it down to the bottom and see if I can't get that jewfish that I was talking about before. Because these baits, while they are getting to the bottom eventually, are taking a long time to get down there, and they're kind of drifting around a lot, whereas this will just go straight down there and dance just off the bottom nicely. And hopefully, yes, those hooks are sharp, people. That one just went straight into my finger, luckily not past the barb. I'll just tie this on. Look at that, chunk of skippy hanging off of it. That's a sick looking jig, awesome looking bit of gear. I'm going to wind this one in and I'll drop this one to the bottom. I'm going to wind this one in because it's not really playing the game for me to... Oh, what's going on? No, it's in the bottom anyway. It needs a bit of a looking at. I think the drag might have been... maybe got water in it last time I washed it down or something. It's not sounding great. I'll retire this. For now, let's drop this down because I've got a lot of big showings underneath the boat. I feel like if I just drop this down, I'll let it hit the bottom and then I'll wind it up a turn or two. Just let it dance just off the bottom and see what happens with this. I reckon this will get a hook up for sure. It's already on the bottom. Oh, it's already in, are you joking? Literally, that's already in. Can you believe that? That must have got hit on the way down. What is that about? Wow. The Sakana, this is the first time I've swum one of these. Oh, this is a solid fish. Whoa, I did up the drag and it just got angry. Okay. This is a Samson fish, almost certainly. Just got hit on the way. That's nuts. Big fillet of skippy was its undoing. It wasn't even that big a fillet. Is it a Samson fish? Oh, it's a jewfish. Are you serious? They hit that on the way down. That doesn't happen. Where's my net? Whoa. And I wouldn't be surprised to find the hook that I lost earlier on in this guy, because I feel like that's exactly what it was that I was catching earlier on that light gear. Wow, I'm pretty happy with that. There you go, Mr. Jewfish. He hit that Scotty jig on the way down, gave it an absolute roasting on its way down. I'm pretty happy with that, and that is day over for me. I've got a snapper, I've got a jewfish. That's my bag limit. I don't very often take my bag limit of fish, but it's my birthday in a couple of days time, the big 5-0. So I'm having a few people around on Sunday, so this will not go to waste at all. And look at that, the little Scotty jig. First time I've used it, and she scored. Like scored before it even got to the bottom. Unreal. Oh, I'm finally starting to thaw out a bit. So what is the best hook for catching snapper? What's the best hook all around? I think it just varies. It just depends on the circumstances. I think if I was fishing in really shallow water, like, you know, sub 5 meters, and I knew the snapper were going to be really flighty, and in those shallow waters, that's when they normally do those big hit and run sort of bites. I don't think I'd fish with circles in that circumstance. Out here it's a bit deeper. I mean, I'm in 10, 11 meters here, and behind me goes to 15. It's a little bit deeper. The water's a bit murky, so they're not so flighty. They're coming in, they're eating slowly, and they're sucking it down. In that circumstance, I feel like the circles are great. These owners that I've been using, these owner light Mutus, what are they? Yeah, Mutu light circle hooks. Really good. They had a good strike rate today. Every hookup was in the corner of the jaw, exactly where it should be. These Gamakatsu shiners, that's them there. These are a new favourite of mine. I'm going to keep these. I'm going to keep using these, and I'm going to use them on my light gear. I'll sort that drag out when I get home. I don't think there's much wrong with it. Probably just a bit of water in the washers. But I'm going to keep using these simply because I really like the light gauge, and the light gauge is suited to the light line. The 15 pound and the 20 pound leader really suits the light gauge. You just get a good easy penetration with it. A thicker gauge would be a bit harder to get penetration, so I'm going to stay with these on the lighter gear, and I'll keep mixing it up a bit with the heavier gear. The owners I'm really liking. Jack actually brought out some other hooks the other week, and I mean, he paid big bucks for them. It was like $30 for a pack. I'm not going to mention the brand because I don't want to down anyone, but it starts with a B. They were like, my God, they were sharp and they looked spectacular. They were red and they had like a nice little chrome point on them. But when we pulled them out of the box and looked at them side by side with the big red, it was almost the identical pattern as the big red, and the price of them was just, I mean, if you can afford it, and you go for it. But for the average bloke going fishing, is not going to spend 30 bucks on a packet of hooks. So while they were great hooks and they got great hookups, well, Jack got a couple of stingrays on them. They're great hooks and they were super sharp straight out of the box, but most things are super sharp out of the box these days anyway. They're all chemically sharpened. So you got to be realistic about what suits you and what suits your needs. So the best hook for the job is really what you think is the best hook for the job. I put in my, I did a video recently and so many people commented with so many different hook styles. It blew me away that there was that many hook styles available for starters. And everyone seems to be so dedicated to their own hook that they like to use. And at the end of the day, if you've got confidence in it, that's the one you're going to use, and that's the one that's going to get the hook up. So stay with that. If it's working for you, stay with it. I'm going to keep experimenting just because I can. I get out a bit more often than most people, and I'm not really too fussed if I don't get a hook up or I miss a hook up. I'm just happy to be out here. So I'll keep experimenting, try a few different hooks, but for now, the owners are a favourite. The Gamakatsus are going to be on board all the time now. I'm really liking those, and I'll try something else next time and see how we go. I'll show you all what I'm sitting on. It's nothing spectacular, just to prove that inshore can be just as effective as offshore. Look how far we are from the beach here. Probably less than a mile out. And I'll just sound over it now and show you what it was I was sitting on. So you can see here, I'm just sitting on like a bit of an edge here. So I'll show you, I'll drive over it this way, if the wind will let me go this way. Yep. Oh, it's going to be awkward because the sun's going to be behind me here. No, we're okay. And you can see that drop off right there. That's where I was sitting. I was literally sitting on this edge here in 11 meters with this pretty much underneath me. That's what I was sitting on. Simple as that. You can see all the fish. That's my burley still there. All the fish are still there hanging around. That's all. And once again, look how far from the beach we are. Not far at all. You don't have to go 100 miles to catch good fish. If you like the videos, stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next episode. It's only just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading in time for breakfast and it's my day off, so I'm going to enjoy a lovely snooze this afternoon. Thanks everyone for watching.